Hi, Laura. How are you?
Hi, Vicki. How are you?
Good. So I actually know Laura. We went to middle school and high school together.
Yep.
And she's kind of just been following me through my whole journey, I think, from the time I probably moved to New York City through everything and now this. And, you know, she's been one of my question askers and things, and then finally did the 15-minute consult. And I was so excited because I thought, well, this will be fun because it's kind of somebody I know and we can get on there. And this is definitely some questions that I like to work with, and we can go from there. So that, I think it's going to be great. So I think the first question is that, basically it's tired eyes. So in general, with tired eyes, you want to do something underneath, obviously, to brighten that part up. Maybe this is a little too dark for you. You want to brighten that up too, prior to doing anything else, and then framing your face with the brows.
Okay.
Right away, that alone is going to brighten a ton of things up for you. So what I tell women, and a lot of women will, I didn't grab the cleaner one out of my makeup kit, but a lot of women get like really scared. But when I say orange, I mean orange. I don't care if you think you're pale and you're like, you know, like the color of snow that's behind me right now, squalling outside. You need that color. These are blood vessels, so it's opposite of the color wheel, which I have a color wheel coming. So I'm going to end up doing like a full thing showing what the color wheel means for the color correctors, because a lot of people don't know what the green one's for, what the yellow one's for, what the purple one's for, you know, things like that. So for under eyes, you're going to go orange. And I usually like these little guys, the tiny, teeny ones.
Ooh, I've never seen those before.
You can get like a whole bag of them.
Okay.
For like whatever. So I think they're like a whole bag of them, even at like an Ulta or whatever, is, I think maybe you get like 10 of them in a bag for like $2.99. I wouldn't spend any more than that.
The miniature ones then?
Yeah. And this is just, I use this just for application purposes only. So you would kind of like, you really like you're kind of coloring under your eye. So it's going to look.
And you're putting the orange on right now?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I want to make sure you can see.
I can, yeah. Is that eyeshadow then that you're using, Vicki?
No, this is from a concealer palette. So when you can go on. So there's another one that I actually suggest to people that are just going to start doing this. Again, I'm not pulling from my kit. So these are like my everyday stupid correctors. But so this is the one from NYX.
Okay.
It's fantastic. Orange, peach, you know.
I would have never thought that. Okay.
Yeah.
So you put it on
this one, I got a corrector palette. You can get, you can go on Amazon and look up makeup artist corrector palettes, because these are what I did in my kit when I'm going on an appointment. That's literally what you would use there. So now I just put the orange in, and it's just kind of setting there, right?
Okay.
And then I'm going to go in. So one thing I like to tell women is, I don't know what foundation you use. A lot of women our age are using bare minerals. There's nothing wrong with any of that. Like, everything's great. The biggest thing I can tell you is that you cannot put liquid over powder. Okay. It's always your liquids first and then powder. Or you're going to get that creasy.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
On us more, you know. Yeah. So just the regular concealer, or I can use one actually out of the palette too. And I still haven't, I literally just made the orange. Now you can do the same thing up here where it's like dark, like we get like these dark, everything starts to blood vessel on us. Our eyes are the most sensitive spot on our entire face. Okay. Your eyes, and then the crease in between your nose. You'll see blood vessels break in there too. Yeah. So now I would just take some concealer, and I'm just going to kind of dot over the orange. Hardly any, like you're really not.
Yeah, because that's what I worry about too, is like the creasing, and like I just don't.
So then once all this is done, and then if you use a liquid foundation, totally good. That's fine, because then you can even spot with the concealer when you put your foundation on. If you use like I said, I'm really hooked on this Laura Geller Baked and Balance foundation that she has. It's kind of like an all-in-one thing right now. You don't want the one that says glow. You want the one that says brighten. Glow has more of a shimmer. And I think
okay.
at our age, we really don't want to like sparkle and shine and everything.
Yeah,
else.
not at work.
Yeah.
Now, you're using a brush for the concealer then?
Yeah, so this is, now I'm going in with this, it's like it's a small foundation brush is basically what it is. This one's by BH Cosmetics, and it's a number 5.
Okay.
I mean, I think you can get on their site for like $1.99.
Oh, wow.
BH Cosmetics has fantastic brushes, by the way, and they just sent me a whole slew of a lot of new ones.
Is that the ColourPop one, or what is that called? The
BH Cosmetics. So it's another line. Yeah, very good pigmented things. They come out with a lot of fun stuff. Between them and ColourPop, I think as far as like their pigmentation goes and stuff like that, yes, their face care and scrubs and stuff, I don't really mess with that. Yeah. So I went over.
That looks good.
I always have like a dark spot there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can kind of tell, like,
yeah,
it just kind of like opened everything up.
It did, yeah. I would have never thought the orange.
Yeah. Everybody's just terrified of it. They're like, what do you mean orange? And I'm like, no, like orange, Oompa Loompa orange, 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 orange. Okay. You're not like coloring it in. You're going to end up like wisping that in with your thing, with your concealer, which should be, your concealer should be 1 to 2 shades lighter than your foundation.
Now, what concealer do you recommend, since we're at that age where I get bags underneath my eyes, and I watched the one that you did about bags. So I have that one. But the concealers, I'm worried about it like creeping and like the crepiness and
yeah, no, I totally agree. So It Cosmetics has a fantastic line for women of our age. So like the Bye Bye Under Eye is great. The problem is right now we can't color match. You like, not we. I can't. It's harder for me to do it on here.
I know.
Let alone you can't do it in the stores right now because everything. So that's the sticking point that I'm trying to make with people, is that your undertones, like for you have more of a pinky undertone to you, from what I remember, and I still think you do even in your pictures that I see and things like that. So I would say you're probably a higher fair line.
Okay.
To low medium, like in the summer, maybe when you get that kiss of sun and things like that, but with the pink undertones.
Okay.
So you would want to go like 2 shades lighter than that, or I would start with 1 shade lighter than that for your under eye.
Okay.
Don't go with anything that says like it's a universal under eye concealer or anything like that. That's just a gimmick to try and sell you. There's only one thing I use in this world that is universal, and I'll show it to you in a second because we're going to do that next. But I mean, really, under eye concealers are great. Like I could name, I think NYX has some fantastic ones, which are in the low end, and then you can get up to the higher end, like the Lorac and the, I think Urban Decay has a really good one that I like a lot.
This one, I don't know. You've seen Laurent Touch.
Oh yeah, fantastic. Yeah.
And that one didn't seem to settle too much in, because I was on the search for a concealer and this was more expensive, but I don't use a lot of it. It's very expensive, but I don't use too much.
Yeah. Like there's certain items I splurge on, and just because I do, like my mascara, I splurge on that. Yeah. But I've been using it for 18 years and they haven't changed the formula. So I'm not, I got nervous when they changed their packaging, and I'm like, whoa, what does this mean? And then I researched it. I'm like, okay, it's all the same stuff. So yeah. And then the only other universal thing that I use is there is a company called YBF. So it's called Your Best Friend.
Okay.
I buy mine on Amazon. They had it on QVC, whatever. So a couple of years ago, I started buying this, and it's a universal brow pencil.
Oh. Okay.
So one end is the pencil, obviously. And then the other end is a spoolie. Okay. I use this to trace out my brows, to kind of like, so that I'm not going to have the caterpillar look type of.
Yeah, because that scares
Yeah, me too. Like, I do not want to go out looking like what I see some of these people walking out like. Yeah. My favorite thing is, don't worry about me, worry about your eyebrows. I love that one. Okay, so I'm gonna use 2 mirrors and then try and be able to show you as well. Limited space here in this kind of a
funny, the puppy sleeping on the floor next to me.
Oh my God.
Yes. We still have a tree up too, so sorry.
It happens, you know. Okay, so right where I kind of like make like a dot, but like it's very light. Okay. And then I'm kind of going up. Now, right where I reached that point, that's where I'm going to want that arch to come down, so that I'm going to start connecting these loose, sparsey things that are on the end. And then I made the tail. Okay. So that's it. I just kind of did the top over the thing. I just kind of traced it. It's very light, but you can already see there's a brow coming in. Yeah. Okay. So now underneath I have like I look almost like I shaved my brow, and I don't. I just have no brows. Under here, this does not connect for me. For some reason, it's missing. It just doesn't. It's very sparse. And then I'm going to even up this part with that part, but I'm not filling it in with the pencil. I only use the pencil. It should always be sharp. All your lip pencils, all your eye pencils, all your eyebrow pencils, you always want sharp, which is kind of why I like that to be sharpened. Or is it one of the? No, it's one of the ones that you turn it up and it's like always sharp, which is what I like about it. So then one of my other splurges is I like Anastasia Beverly Hills. I like her universal kits. And actually, I think this one would be a good one for you. This is medium brown. You can actually go 1 shade lighter if you want, Laura, like just to, you know, figure it out. But it comes with, so this is where I teach people that ombre look that you don't have to like fear for life, but it looks so natural. Like you're not going to come out looking caterpillarish. So first thing I do is I go in with the dark, and then I kind of make, so can you see the brush is like top to bottom angled? So I want the top right here. Okay. And I'm literally going to make did you see how I just made the line there? You just made like a real faint line. Like a stamp. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to start to fill it in. Okay. And it's a powder, so looks tough. It's not. Now I'm going in with the lighter one, but towards the front because I haven't finished filling in that front. Can you see that? Yeah, I do. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So this is where you want that lighter color. And then you can fill in with the other sparse hairs. So did you put the lighter one? You put it right here, and then you just blended it in, and I mixed it in with the and it kind of gives you like how your hair would be. You know what I mean? That looks really good. And I have like no like caterpillar look going on or anything. No, not at all. Yeah, because that's my fear. I just have like a pencil, and I always feel like I'm just like I'm so afraid of it. I just do a little pieces where I've lost. You can always go back in with your little sponge if you feel like you mess that up a little, you know, whatever, and you know, make your tail a little thinner if you don't want it like thick, or if you want to bring it down a little more, if you thought you like there's been times where I'm like, what was I doing? Like, why is it all the way down here? You know? Yeah. I'm like, well, because I've seen stencils, but my eyebrows don't fit any of those stencils. Yeah. Stencils are a gimmick as well. I mean, it works for some people. We were taught to use them in school. I've never needed to use them. I think it's just kind of a gimmick, but I mean, you can definitely see one eyebrow and one eyebrow not. So it looks good. Yeah. And then I think as far as your brightening your eyes, even for like quick in the morning or, you know, whatever, I'm going to do the tutorial for the 5-minute look, which I think is going to be fantastic. What do you normally use on your eyes? I use like I'll show you the palette. It's this Tarte one that I had.
and it had just a bunch of different colors in it. And this is like an easy one for me, like a go-to.
Oh, perfect. So like a lot of taupes and mauve. Okay.
That's like my go-to everyday look, only because it's easy.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that with my stupid thing. So
now, if we were going out, which we don't go out anymore, but
yeah. I use a lot of like taupes, browns, like it's all one palette. That's just like this every day. You know,
every day.
I don't look like this every day, but trust me, there are days where I don't wear makeup. So I think the biggest thing I like to tell people is, first off, when you have done your brow, the biggest thing is you don't have to give yourself a stripe under there or shimmery stripe. I say neutral color. Like, so when I say neutral skin tone color, this color in this palette is called Flutter.
Okay.
It's very just skin tone-ish. And then, so now I finished my brow. I do use a brow gel over it too, which comes in the kit, the Anastasia Beverly. So you get the brush, you get the shadow, and then you get the brow gel. So once you finish your brow, then you just kind of like, and it stays all day.
Okay.
It's not going to move.
Well,
if you're like, you know, like it stays. Yeah.
Because during the work day, you're like, you know, sometimes.
Oh yeah. Exactly. So now I'm going in, and I'm literally just going to like slightly highlight underneath that eyebrow.
Nice. So yeah, that definitely made it look.
It just kind of pops it out, and it makes the eyebrow look a little bit more defined too.
It made it look like more awake or more brighter too.
Now that's also going to be your, like, so if you put on shadows, so say I did like pink, what up, you know, in the blending. When I say blend, I mean you're blending for the best for your life. Like I tell people, just blend, and that's how you get rid of the block. You can also go back in with that neutral color and blend in those things so that you don't have those harsh lines in between your, you know, eyeshadows. Okay. So for you, if you want to start off, I would go with like a, like there's a color here called like knee pads. It's kind of like a lighter brown.
I see.
Or like a taupey color. I would do that on my lid. Okay. Then you want to create that dimension in the middle. And there's like a big, like a fluffy brush like this, like not quite a pencil brush, whatever. So to create that dimension in the middle, you're literally just swooping right in that crease of your eye, wherever it is. And
that goes over the taupe color? Or the, Okay.
Yeah. And so once you have that and then you've blended it all out, then you can get a little fun, and you can put like, I don't know, like maybe a peach or a rosy color, like, you know, up here. Okay. And then go in from there and just kind of keep blending it all out and blending it all together. Then when you're done, if you want to add that little bit of like a eye brightener or a shimmer, you can go in with, for instance, like I'm just going to use something just so it stands out, but it's pretty sparkly, like a highlighter type of thing. You can give your eye a little kiss in the corner. Okay. Kind of brightens. See it, like I didn't put a lot on, and that's pretty shimmery. Yeah. You can do that. You can do, you can not the whole under the eye, just like in that center.
Okay. So in the center right over there.
I always kind of hit the tip of my nose.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it just kind of starts to brighten.
It does. Yeah. It starts bringing everything together. Yeah. Well, that's cute. I like it. So then the color that you used to like do the outline, what color was that? Was that brown?
So that's like, yeah. So that one's like a versatile. So that's like a step up from the taupey brown that I had. So it's more of like a light brown. Okay. So it's a very good everyday look. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you don't got to feel like, oh, like, you know, some people are like, I have hooded eyes, you know, that kind of, no, you can still do it. You can still add that little pop of color up here.
That's what I worry about, because my eyes are so close and they're, you know, and I just feel like I'm looking tired all the time.
Yeah. There's been times where, so I finish my eyebrows and whatever, and I know this is just a lazy trick. I love this stuff, my Physicians Formula, but I'll go in with like a smaller brush that I just did my cheeks with maybe, and then I'll just kind of go like this, and it just gave it like that pop of color, and then I build everything else around it.
Okay. That's cute too. That's
Yeah.
that's fast.
That's part of the 5-minute face, to be honest with you, because some women just don't have the time. Yeah. And you just gave yourself a little bit of like a, whew, you know, like now I feel like I can go out and face the world type of thing.
I don't look like I just woke up, even though I know I didn't. It's just
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's in it, you know, it's just that little kick of confidence. I mean, I've literally walked out like this. They're like, can't believe you don't have a full face of makeup on, but you look fantastic. I'm like, it's not a full face of makeup. I can promise you it's not.
Yeah. Okay. So the only, for that Laura, was it Laura Geller was the
yes.
you said you liked?
Yes. So it's by Laura Geller, and it comes like this.
Okay. Do you
this
put it on with a
medium,
brush?
so I'm waiting on my other ones to come, the like lighter ones for winter. They should be here like any day now. But it's this one's glow because it was an illuminating foundation for summertime.
Okay.
We want that glowy kissed, you know, whatever look in the I mean, not wintertime, summertime. Sorry. And the lighter ones that say just brilliance on them, like, are just a little bit more matted. It won't sink into your. She actually makes her makeup for mature skin.
Okay.
And by mature, I mean anywhere from, and I hate to clue 35-year-olds into this, but anywhere from 35 and up is where, you know, we start to see like the face changes big time, or after births.
Yeah. So that's called the Brilliant one. Mm-hmm. I'll Google some of this later on today too. Okay.
I think you'll really, really like it. I mean,
does it go on with a foundation brush or like a big something?
Yeah. So I use this one.
Okay.
This is the ColourPop brush. You know, just circle and always tap it off the excess, because you don't want to just like go in with like a big, you know, and then usually I start upwards. It's always up on your face, never come down, except for here.
Okay.
You're going to go here, and then you're going to bring it down. You're going to go here and bring it down. That just gives us that effect of the cutting the jawline and our little gobblers down here.
Good.
That we all are getting. I don't care who they are.
Does that come off? You know, because we were like, will it come off on clothing and stuff, or does it have good?
No, you can use a setting spray. I mean, I
didn't bring it down here with me, but I do use I have a setting spray that I've used before.
I mean, the biggest thing I say about setting spray is don't like right here. It's the same thing as like a hairspray. Yeah. So just usually do one here, and one here.
So I've tried so many foundations, like so many.
Yeah. And you feel like they're just coming off.
Yeah. I have like pores that they'll set into. And so I do use a base or whatever they call it. But
the primer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I found one I love right now. And they're sending me more. I'm so excited. So I might do a giveaway. It's by NYX. It's the marshmallow primer.
Ooh, that sounds yummy.
And it smells like marshmallows, and you don't need a lot. And then they give you this cute little fandango little marshmallow to come with it.
Oh, how cute. I love it.
So, and yes, and always wet your blenders.
Okay.
When you're using them, even for the orange and
or the orange.
Whatever. Yeah, just rinse them, squeeze them. You don't want them dripping.
That's what I was always worried. It would dry out your under eye, so you wet them then.
Yeah. Always want it wetted. The only thing you won't be wetting, obviously, is your blending brush.
For the under eye concealer.
Yeah. You could do the same thing I said, like in your crease in your nose. Yeah. Okay. I mean, it works.
It does. Yeah. Your eyes look brighter. I'm going to have to try. I'm going to look up that line for the eyebrow pencil too. And then the Anastasia. Because I have heard that she has that's a good line for the eyebrow stuff. But I'm so nervous when I do it.
Yeah, she is pricey. It lasts for a long time, especially if you're keeping care of it. I always tell people to keep, I know alcohol is hard to come by these days, but like to keep like anything higher than like 97 or higher, that you can get, and put it in a little spray bottle. And even your palettes, just like, I'm talking like mist from like up here.
Okay.
And alcohol will not kill your powder. It kills the germs on the top that's being created.
Oh, okay.
Same thing with your foundations, your sticks.
Yeah.
Just spray it from far away and give it that little sanitation thing. You don't want to use Lysol. You don't want to use anything like that. It's just pure like alcohol.
Put it in like a mist bottle and just.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said,
Wow.
you're not like on the lowest setting. So if you can get like one of the tiny ones.
Yeah.
And just do it from far away, you're
Far
sanitizing
away.
yourself. Yeah, if you're
I've
not
never heard of
washing your brushes every day,
Yeah.
which you don't have to, sanitize the tips of your brushes and walk away. It
Okay.
obviously dries them quick, and it's sanitizing
Yeah.
the tips.
Well,
I am going to do a new.
I never knew that. I was like,
Yeah, I
it
am
takes
going
a
to do a
long
new
time for
brush.
the brushes to dry too when I wash them, and so it's kind of a pain.
I'm going to do a new brush tutorials very soon too, so we'll get that one going.
Yeah.
Like how to wash type your brushes. I'm getting that question a lot, so
Yeah.
I did one a long time ago, and I think I probably need to hit on that again. All right. Well, it was great talking to you, Laura.
Great. I'm so excited.
I hope I helped.
I know I'm excited, but if I have any other questions, like when you start doing like longer ones, I'll probably reach out to you again.
Absolutely.
Too. And I have a teenage daughter who's looking in like, Mom, so maybe I'll set her up with something, because she hates makeup and she does it for stage wear, but she doesn't wear it any other time. So I'm trying to get
stage wear is completely different, because that's what I did. I had to put a lot on.
Yeah.
For 40.
And that's why she doesn't like it, because she associates it with like the false lashes, the everything.
She doesn't need all that. We can do it simple and cute and beautiful, and
because she's got great skin, and I keep telling her, I said, well, here, and she doesn't like mascara, so I had to find one for sensitive eyes for her, and that was a struggle too. So maybe I'll sign her up for one of your.
That would be fantastic.
She'd have
awesome. I would love it. All right. Well, thank you. It was so nice talking to you again.
Good talking to you too.
Just DM me if you have any more questions on anything. So it's YBF, the Laura Geller Brighten Foundation, and the concealers cover palettes that you can get, all over the place. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
With the orange. And then if I have any questions when I'm looking at one, I may direct message. I may do that, DM you, like which ones I'm between.
That's totally fine too. I'd rather you DM me than ask them.
All right.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Take care. Bye.